Okay, so now you can see that I've pretty well cleaned away my steps where I want my new veneer to lay down. And I've got good solid wood on each one of the layers that I'm dealing with. So what you're going to see is there's no wood there. So that'll be step number 1. And I'm going to cut a piece out exactly this size here. That'll be step number 2. And then step number 3, you can see, let's get it farther back, is going to cover the entire surface all the way to the top. So step 1, step 2, step 3. And in that fashion, by rebuilding it, I'm going to have something that's probably going to be stronger than the original plywood based on the fact that I'm going to be gluing it together with epoxy. And so this stuff should be absolutely bulletproof by the time we all get finished with it. So when discussing the step method, I'm going to get this, there you go. You can see what I'm saying is that at the top level, I've removed 3/8 of an inch of material. So I went down 2.5 layers of the plywood that was in there, or 3 layers. And then underneath that, you can see that I've removed less. So I've stepped up a little bit. And then finally on the bottom, you can't see it in the profile, but there's another layer that's gone up. So they drop down in 1/8 inch increments, so that when I come around to put the new plywood in, I start on the top and then I go to the one below it, and so the third one is the last one, and I build up steps one at a time. Okay, I just want to show you that here in the previous picture you could see there was a bump and an unevenness in the cut, and right now you can see this beautiful straight cut line that's there. I'm going to show you what I used. This is a fine vibrating tool. Now there's a lot of imitators, Dremel being one of them, but this baby is it, and that cut through there like a hot knife through butter. It was remarkable, and it's perfectly straight. I'm really impressed on how nice this tool worked. So if you're going to be doing a lot of fiddling like this, and this particular repair was challenging in so much as it's in such a confined area that my router couldn't come in here. I actually have a router plane that I use in cases like this, and I couldn't get it in here to work. And the bulk of the work was done really with an X-Acto knife and a chisel and a big carpenter's square to give me the straight edge to put the X-Acto knife down. But in looking at this, I mean, I just cut right through that, and it's a nice line, really. So at any rate, that's just an input for you, and that's what the tool looks like. It's called Fine, and I believe they were the originators of this style of device.